Top 10 things to do in Zanzibar, East Africa. Stay tuned to learn more. Welcome everyone to Smart Up Travel. I am Ifeani. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're far too kind. Thank you. Zanzibar. It's a word full of exotic wonders, a promise of paradise, beaches, and fragrant spices. Both of these are found on Zanzibar Island, more properly known as Unguja. Shaped by its location on the trade route between Persia, Arabia, and East Africa, Zanzibar grew rich during medieval times from the export of ivory, gold, spices from the mainland. Later it profited from the slave trade. Once part of the Sultanate of Oman and occupied for separate periods by Portuguese and British colonialists. Today I'll be talking about top 10 things to do in Zanzibar. But before I go further, if you're new to the channel, kindly like, share our videos and subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red box below this video that says subscribe. Coming in at number 10 on our list as the top 10 things to do in Zanzibar is none other than providing you the opportunity to learn about the local culture on a Nungwi Village tour. To get an idea of how modern Zanzibaris lived, why not try a Nungwi Village tour? The village is located at the northern tip of the island and is renowned for its beautiful beach and for its boatyard where local shipbuilders create traditional dhows. On the tour, you will get the opportunity to speak to the yard's owner, who will explain how the wood is sourced and shaped and how these iconic East African vessels are launched into the ocean. You will also visit the Nungwe fish market where local fishermen sell their catch from the previous night. A highlight for many guests is a swim on the Mrani Natural Aquarium, a tidal lagoon full of protected sea turtles. Coming in at number 9 is none other than giving you the opportunity to test your kite surfing skills. If you prefer your beach time to be a little bit more active, you'll be pleased to hear that Zanzibar is also a rewarding kite surfing destination. The best spots are on the east coast beaches of Paje, Jambiani, Dongwe, Kiwengwa, and Prani Mchagani. Paje is the most famous and therefore the busiest. Paje and Jambiani offer the greatest selection of kite surfing shops. Whether you want to rent equipment or sign up for a few lessons, there are two main windy seasons in Zanzibar, from June to October for the strongest winds and from mid-December to March. Be prepared for extreme tidal ranges all year round. Coming in at number 8 on our list is giving you the opportunity to embark on a dhow cruise to Prison Island. Set sail on a traditional dhow for a half-day tour of Prison Island. Located roughly 3.5 miles west of Stone Town, the island was once used to isolate rebellious slaves and later as a quarantine station for yellow fever victims. Nevertheless, the prison for which it is named has never housed a convict, and today the island is most famous for its collection of vulnerable Aldabra giant tortoises. On the tour, you will wander through the historic prison, meet the tortoises, and have the chance to swim or snorkel off the white, beautiful sandy beach. Coming in at number 7 is giving you the opportunity to learn about the island's spice trade history. Zanzibar's spice trade began at the end of the 15th century, when the first Portuguese traders brought nutmeg, cinnamon, and other spices with them from their colonies in India and South America. The plantations flourished in the ideal conditions of the Swahili coast. Later, the Omani Sultan established Zanzibar's iconic clove industry. To understand more about how and why spices were grown, you can have a spice farm tour. Here you'll have the opportunity to learn about everything from clove and cinnamon to vanilla, chilies, turmeric, and a host of exotic fruits and herbs. Your guide will explain culinary, medicinal, and even cosmetic uses. Then you will sample them during a traditional Swahili lunch. Prices for these tours range from $25 per person. Coming in at number 6 is none other than the Jozani Chowaka Bay National Park. Zanzibar's only national park is a low-lying sanctuary full of tropical forests and saltwater mangrove. You can explore the latter on a raised boardwalk, but the forest nature trail is the main attraction, allowing visitors to look out for endangered endemic wildlife, including the Zanzibar red colobus. The Zanzibar leopard also lives here, although sightings are unlikely. The cat was listed as extinct until it was spotted on a camera trapped in 2018. More common are monkeys, bush babies, and dock-ear antelopes, while the birders can keep an eye out for more than 40 different species. The park's entrance is located 20 miles south of Stone Town, and entry costs $10 per adult. Coming in at number 5 is giving you the opportunity to wander through the amazing streets of Stone Town. Stone Town dates back to medieval times, although the Portuguese built the first stone building at the end of the 17th century. It grew to prominence as the capital of the Omani Zanzibar Sultanate and was the center of trade in spices and slaves. When the British took over in 1890, Stone Town retained its position as Zanzibar's most important settlement. As a result of coral stone architecture blends with Swahili, Islamic, and European influences. Top attractions of this UNESCO World Heritage Site includes the Portuguese Old Fort, the former Sultan's residence known as the House of Wonders, and the Anglican Cathedral. You can explore on your own, or why not join a walking tour which are offered by various tour guides in Zanzibar. At number 4 is the Maruhubi Palace. Get an insight into the opulent lives of the Omani Sultans with a visit to the ruined Marubihi Palace, located 2.5 miles north of Stone Town. The palace was built by the 3rd Sultan of Zanzibar in 1880 and completed in 1882. It housed his wife and concubines while he lived separately in his own palace in Stone Town. Although fire destroyed the Marubihi Palace in 1899, its palm-encircled ruins are still wonderfully scenic. Graceful stone columns hint at the previous existence of an upper balcony, while the remains of a Persian-style bathhouse include separate chambers for the sultans and his harem. Entry costs around $2 and comes with a local guide who can show you photos of the palace in its heyday. At number 3 is none other than Nungui and Kendwa beaches. Most Zanzibar beaches have an extensive tidal range, which means you'll have a considerable distance to walk to reach the water at low tide. The exception is the northern beaches of Nungui and Kendwa, which offer picture-perfect swaths of soft white sand lapped by crystal turquoise water at any time of the day and night. Nungui is the busier of the two, and there are enthusiastic beach vendors and plenty of tourists worshiping the sun. Lively waterfront bars and restaurants mean that it's a beach to choose if you like to be at the center of action. For more a tranquil atmosphere, head to Kendwa Beach, one of the island's top spots for sunset. At number 2 is giving you the opportunity to enjoy a good snorkel or scuba diving. Zanzibar's serene turquoise waters conceal colorful reefs that teem with marine life, making the island a paradise for snorkelers and scuba divers. There are more than 30 dive sites to choose from, ranging from British shipwrecks off Stone Town to the pristine coral walls of Mnemba Island. At number 1 is Inemba Island. For an unforgettable luxury experience of your own, indulge in a night or two at a 5-star and beyond Mnemba Island, the only accommodation in this idyllic private atoll of Zanzibar's northeast coast. Here, indulgence is served up Robin Crusoe style. You'll sleep in one of 12 rustic chic beach bandas and dine on exquisitely prepared seafoods at tables set feet from the water's edge. How you spend your time in and between meals is up to you. Unwind with a yoga class or in-room massage, or set sail across the gin-clear waters on a traditional Duro cruise. Rates include scuba dives paid per day on a world-class dive site, including to snorkeling, kayaking, fly fishing, and stand-up paddle boarding. I do trust that you have enjoyed today's episode. As you can see, Zanzibar indeed has a lot to offer. I am Ifeyani, and be sure to like, share our videos, and subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red box below this video that says subscribe. Thank you.